Working in Excel 2016. Microsoft Excel is a spreadsheet program that arranges data in rows and columns. It is designed for everyday tasks, such as setting up a budget, maintaining an address list, or keeping track of a to-do list. Excel is part of Microsoft Office 2016 and is used to perform mathematical calculations. Once you have entered data in a worksheet, you may need to edit, change, add, or delete data values as per the requirement. Sometimes you may also need to add or remove rows or columns in a worksheet. Selecting cells. To perform any editing operation, first you need to select the cell. Selection of cells can be done using any of the options described here. How to enter numbers as text, date and time. In the previous lesson, you learned that we can enter text, numbers, date, time and formula into a cell. But sometimes we need to feed numbers as text like roll number or house number, as we will not perform any calculations on them. To enter a number as text. Method 1. Place an apostrophe before the number. The number will now be treated as text. Method 2. Type the number in a cell and press Enter key. Select the cell. On the Home tab, click on the drop-down arrow of Number Group. Select the text option in the list. Notice the number is now left aligned. To enter date and time. Type the date or time in a cell. Press the Enter key, or you can also click on the Enter button present on the formula bar. On the Home tab, click on the Format drop-down button in the Cells group. Select the Format Cells option in the drop-down list. The Format Cells dialog box appears as shown in figure. Make sure the Number tab is selected. In the category list, select either date or time option as per the requirement. In the right pane, choose the suitable type of format. Click OK. Changing cell contents in a worksheet. Editing means modifying and changing the contents of a cell. Once you have entered data in a cell, you can change it anytime. There are two methods to edit data within a cell, which are by overwriting, by partial modification. Overwriting or replacing. Overwriting method is used to replace the entire existing data of the cell with the new one. It is the default and the easiest method to change the content of a cell. Select the cell whose data you wish to replace. Here we have selected the cell B2 that contains the value 40. Type the new content and press Enter. Here we have inserted the value 45. Observe, the existing data is replaced by the new content. Likewise, you can replace the contents of other cells. Editing or partial modification. Sometimes you may not need to replace the entire cell content, whereas you wish to change some part of it. In such a case, you can do partial editing within the cell. To do so, double-click on the cell whose content you wish to edit. Here we have selected the cell C2, which contains the value 50. The cursor blinks inside the selected cell. Now, bring the pointer to the place where changes are to be made. Perform the required editing. Here we have replaced 5 with 4. Press Enter. Now, the new content in the cell C2 is 40. Note, while doing partial editing, observe that the edit mode is indicated on the left side of the status bar. Using Redo and Undo options. Redo and Undo buttons present on the Quick Access toolbar are extremely important while editing the content. The Undo command reverses any changes made in the worksheet. Each time you press Undo button, the changes made will be reversed. from latest change in reverse chronological order. The redo command repeats the last action or actions which you have made in the worksheet using undo command. Each time you press redo button, the changes will be applied from latest change in reverse chronological order. Note, if there is nothing to undo, then this button changes to can't undo or can't repeat buttons. Remember, you can use redo command only after undo command. Inserting rows and columns. You can insert new blank cells, rows or columns in a worksheet anytime you require. Inserting columns. To insert a new column, click on any cell of the column before which you wish to insert a new column. Here, we are adding a new column before the name column, that is column A. Go to the Home tab. Click on the Insert button drop-down arrow in the Cells group. Select the Insert Sheet Columns option in the list. A blank column will be inserted before the selected column. Now, the entries of column A shifts to column B as shown here. Inserting rows. To insert a new row, click on any cell of the row above which you wish to insert a new row. Here we have selected row 4. On the Home tab, click on the Insert button drop-down arrow in the Cells group. Select the Insert Sheet Rows option. A blank row is inserted above the selected row. Now, the entries of row 4 shifts to row 5. Copying and moving data. You can copy and move data from one place to another within a same worksheet or between different worksheets. To copy data from one place to another, use copy and paste options. Cut and paste options are used to move data from one place to another. Cut, copy and paste options are available under Clipboard group on the Home tab. Copying data. Select the cell or a range of cells you want to copy. Here we have selected the cell range A1 to C1. Click on Copy button in the Clipboard group on the Home tab. A moving dashed border appears around the selected cells. Now, click on the destination cell where you want to copy the data. Click on Paste option. The data gets copied. Press Escape key to remove the selection border around the cells. Moving data. Moving data means shifting cell content from one place to another. To move data, select the cell or a range of cells you wish to move. Here we have selected the cell range A4 is to C4. Click on Cut option in the Clipboard group on the Home tab. A moving dashed border appears around the selected cells. Bring the pointer on the cell where you wish to move the data and click. Click on Paste option in the Clipboard group. The data is now moved to the new location. Note, you will not be able to paste the data any further. Drag and drop. You can also use drag and drop method to move data from one place to other. Select the cell or a range of cells whose data is to be moved. Take the mouse pointer to any of the edges of the selection border. It changes to a tiny black cross pointer. Click and drag the selection to a new place. The data will get moved. Deleting cells, rows and columns. To delete cells, rows or columns, follow the steps given here. Select the cell or a range of cells that you wish to delete. Go to the Home tab. In the Cells group, click on the Delete button drop-down arrow. A menu appears. Select the Delete Cells option in the list or right-click on the selected cell. Select the Delete option in the shortcut menu. The Delete dialog box appears. Select the required option. Click OK. Resizing rows and columns. In MS Excel, You can easily adjust the height and width of a cell as per your need. Let us now learn how to resize a row height and a column width. Resizing a row. Resizing a row means adjusting the height of a row. To resize a row, do as follows. Click on any cell in the row whose height you wish to change. Go to the Home tab. Click on the Format button drop-down arrow in the Cells group. Select the Row Height option in the drop-down menu. The Row Height dialog box appears. Note, the default value for row height is 15 points. Specify a suitable height for the row and click OK. Observe, the height of the selected row changes accordingly. Resizing a column. Resizing a column means changing the width of a column. To resize a column, do as follows. Click on any cell in the column whose width you wish to change. On the Home tab, click on the Format button drop-down arrow in the Cells group. Select the Column Width option in the drop-down list. The Column Width dialog box appears. Note, the default value for column width is 8.43 point. Specify the required width for the column and click OK. Notice the width of the entire column changes accordingly. Using Autofill feature. Excel 2016 provides a facility called Autofill, which can automatically generate a patterned list like days of week, months, number series, and so on. Autofill is the easiest method to fill data in adjoining cells automatically. To use the Autofill feature, first of all, fill the first two values of a pattern or series into adjacent cells like Jan and Feb. Select both the cells and place the mouse pointer towards lower right edge of the selection. The mouse pointer changes to a tiny black cross. Now, click and drag the mouse across the cells to complete the fill. Release the mouse and notice the cells will be filled with Jan, Feb, March, April till December. Creating custom lists. MS Excel has some built-in lists stored in custom lists. Using custom lists feature, you can create your own personalized list of textual data and add it to the computer's memory. Therefore, next time whenever you want to use the same list within a worksheet or in another worksheet, you can get it using the Autofill feature. Custom Lists option saves time and improves efficiency. To create a custom list, do as follows. Click on the File tab. In the drop-down menu, select the Options. The Excel Options dialog box appears. In the left pane, select the Advanced option. The option in the right pane changes accordingly. Now, scroll down to reach the General section and click on the Edit Custom Lists tab. The Custom Lists dialog box opens. Under the Custom Lists box, the New List option is selected by default. Click inside the List Entries box and start typing the entries for your new list. For example, create a list of subjects. Press Enter key after each entry. Once the entries are completed, click on the Add button. The newly created list is displayed at the end of the Custom Lists box, indicating that now it is added. Click OK. The Custom Lists dialog box closes. Now, click OK in the Excel Options dialog box. Let us enter the recently created custom list in the worksheet. To do so, follow the steps given here. Select the cell A1 and type Hindi since it is the first item in the custom list. Move the pointer over fill handle. Click and drag the pointer till the cell that displays the last entry of the list, that is, computer. The custom list appears as shown here. Editing or deleting a custom list. You can edit or delete the list that you added to the custom list whenever you want. To edit a custom list, in the Custom Lists dialog box, select the list that you want to edit in the Custom Lists box. The selected list is displayed in the List Entries box. Make the required changes and then click Add. To delete a custom list, in the Custom Lists dialog box, Select the list to be deleted. Click the Delete button. Excel prompts a warning message. Click OK.
Quick recall. Microsoft Excel 2016 is a spreadsheet software that arranges data in rows and columns. To select contiguous and non-contiguous cells, rows, columns, use Shift key and Control key, respectively. To enter a number as text, like roll number, contact number or house number, use an apostrophe sign before it. No calculation can be performed on it. To add new cells, rows, and columns in a worksheet, the Insert option present in the Cells group on the Home tab is used. Autofill feature can automatically generate a patterned list, like days of week, months, number series, and so on. It is the easiest method to fill data in adjoining cells automatically. Custom Lists feature can create a personalized list of textual data and add it to the computer's memory.